Afternoon, mate.
Good morning.
Good
How you
morning
doing?
in Nebraska. Yes.
Yep,
And
morning in Nebraska.
been a hectic morning so far, hasn't it?
Yes, yeah. So we have sold a bunch of stuff
We have.
that we don't need anymore. Um, so we have sold all of the seeding and stuff like that. Did you
Yeah.
sell the planters as well?
Did. Yeah.
So, and we have brought four shiny new combines and headers.
We have.
Um, and we're going to be harvesting our wheat field today.
We are. It's all gone swimmingly so far, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Um, we've had we've had some minor teething issues with courseplay, let's say.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much was operator and how much was courseplay, but we'll blame courseplay.
Yeah. I think that's a good shout.
We'll blame courseplay. We won't blame the operator
It's never the
because la
operator's fault.
because last time I got overly confident blaming the operator, then I screwed up. So yeah,
Yeah. Like I said to you earlier, I've not had much luck so far today with auto drive. So yeah,
yeah.
the fact
I've
that we're using courseplay to do the combine and we're doing the karting, we should be all right. And so far, I haven't wiped out my header with my stupid tyres.
realistic tires. You should
Yes,
probably have triples on there.
I have
You got triple? No, you got.
triples on the back.
You got triples on the back. Yeah, completely realistic.
Totes.
Helps reduce compaction.
It does. Look at that turning circle of the Titanic.
I'm not doing much better, to be honest. This field is horrid.
It's yeah. I mean,
Lag.
but oh yeah. I think the turning's not the turning circle. The drifting's back.
Yeah, that's good.
Blame the
It's
grain cart.
just what you want.
Yeah.
Actually, what grain carts are we running on here? I did a little bit of karting in a fen last weekend.
Hmm.
Didn't last long because it wasn't big enough. Um, but it wasn't drifting around. But it
Yeah.
wasn't a modded one. It was the base
Oh.
game one. So
Ah, well, there you go then.
um, jump back to the front. But I didn't want to because we've got the big 70,000 litre grain carts, haven't
We have?
we? Which I think needed more horsepower than I could get out of a base game 1050.
Oh.
So I was using a quad track, which was fun.
Well, people do it.
Yeah. Well, what was Brian using? It was a big John Deere, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He sent us the pictures of with triples
he,
on.
he did.
So
That's that empty.
it's
If only they...
completely realistic, and
It
realism
is.
is key.
Yeah. Which one are you heading for? F.
I'm on one.
That
So
doesn't help with...
if you do two and four at the moment, because I've
Right.
just emptied three,
Okay.
um, that should work. What I've learned, which I didn't realise because I'm a courseplay massive noob,
Yeah.
if one of them wants emptying, it flashes the steering wheel on the map.
Oh.
When it gets to 80% and it
Yeah.
puts its beacons on, the steering wheel on the map flashes.
Oh, well, that is rather cool.
Which when you're doing this but with one carter is quite useful.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know which one to aim for.
That is... I didn't know that.
No,
Very clever.
I didn't. I didn't. I can't remember at what point I realised in the 4 hours of harvesting that I did that happened. But I was like, this is brilliant.
Yeah. Right, you can stay there.
Oh, I should have gone to three, shouldn't I? Not four. Oh well.
Yes. Follow your own advice.
Yeah, I'll three. I'm just helping you out.
You are, thank you.
I know you don't like working too hard. It is a Friday afternoon. Oh, bit of drift there.
I hadn't
Um,
noticed until recently, and I assume, because what could possibly go wrong with assumption, that
something
with
about arses and you and me.
yeah,
That
um,
sounds even worse.
yeah, better contracts now displays on the map, as in like the in-game map, what the contract is on the field.
It's done that for a while.
Has it? I only noticed it the
Yeah,
other day.
it's done that for a while.
I've been having the old whole crop silage thing again.
Oh, what for the delivery?
Yeah,
Does it fix itself when you take stuff to the sell point?
it does. I had a real in and ahhing, and it'll be probably Monday's video where I was what was I doing? I was discussing about the butcher,
Hmm.
and that requires the revamp mod.
It does.
And I thought that that was causing the issue, but it's not. So
No, I'd be very surprised if revamp caused issues with Maze Plus stuff, because the guy who fixes the Maze Plus scripts wrote revamp.
oh, right.
So
Well, I'm glad I made the apology then, because I was like, well, it's definitely not that, because I actually left the game, took
yeah,
both of them out, and it was still there. So I'm assuming.
I can't
Was it?
remember whether it's Glowing or Braven, but whoever it is who took on fixing Maze Plus scripts and updating them is the guy who does production revamp, because he wanted Maze Plus to work with revamp,
Oh,
which is why he got involved.
got yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yep, sort of.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know if it's better contracts that is the issue.
I think it's
Remember
a
when
combination.
we did it before? We load of us did a load of random testing, didn't we, on
Yeah.
different.
I think it's a combination of how the base game handles contracts, better contracts telling you information that you wouldn't normally see,
Yeah.
and Maze Plus. 'Cause normally you wouldn't see that the crop type you have to deliver in the contracts menu.
No, you wouldn't. You'd just see
And
silage, wouldn't you?
as soon as you deliver it, it fixes itself. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of an order of operations thing, that the Maze Plus script that sorts it doesn't run until you go to the sell point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was like, oh, and it really took me a while to, like, rack my brain. And then I was like, oh, yeah, we had this before, and we ordered a load of testing, and it was all fine.
Yeah, nobody look at the mess that is the start of this field.
We did have a little bit of a hiccup up, didn't we? Come
There's nothing to see here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
What could possibly go wrong? But yeah, we've got some fancy looking combines.
Yeah, the fact that this works with multiplayer, with 4 combines running on course play,
Yeah.
your poor computer must be crying.
Yeah, I did think that. I was thinking how many we were going to end up with, and I was like, oh, poor thing. Never mind.
It seems to be fine.
It seems to be doing okay.
Seems to be fine. It's doing better than my laptop did with 4 combines. Every time I hit go, I got a massive lag spike.
Well, I think it did that before, didn't it, when we were doing was it the corn we were doing before? And it's sort of every time you click go, it has a bit of a spike, which, to be fair, is, it's probably reasonable, because it is just starting to think about it.
Yeah, that one's empty. Let me go empty number 1 before it gets into the cutting.
Go, go, go! You're not going to make it.
Nope. It's only 30% full, so it'll be fine.
That'll be fine. How is the yield looking?
I can't see the yield map, so...
Right, I am empty. There we go.
I can empty number 2 while you go. Or have you emptied? There we go. Let's get a little bit out there.
One's fine.
Yeah, it should make that run easy.
Yeah.
So you were saying about the combines that we got before,
Yes,
right?
lovely combines. We were sensible with the flags because we didn't want to upset anybody.
Yes, I was made to be sensible with the flags.
Yes.
By not being allowed to buy anything at the point we were buying them.
Yeah, it kind of worked out well, didn't it?
Which was very convenient.
Yes. Yeah, privileges got revoked. Not intentionally, to be fair. Right, how are these going to work themselves out now?
Yeah, I guess the yield reflects the soil type.
Yeah,
the soils. We've got silty. Most of the field is silty clay. So
yeah. Right, is that combine going to get out of the way before that one?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. No.
Yep, perfect.
Perfect, that'll do.
They know what they're doing.
They do, I think. I don't know, actually. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, give it a minute.
That can't be distance related, surely.
No. Do you want me to...
I'm just gonna...
Every time you've tried to help, things have gone wrong.
Alright. Nearest waypoint.
Now, empty this combine. Perfect. Well done, sir.
Thank you. I'm learning. I don't even know how much
it's taken you how many years?
2 and a bit. That one's fine. How are we doing down this end?
Number 1 was pretty full, but I'm emptying it. Your number 2 is about half full.
Okie dokie.
We should be fine. By the time we've emptied the first 2, the other 2 should be in a reasonable state to be emptied.
Yes, they should have sorted themselves out.
Yeah.
Is it saying half an hour? Not bad, really, is it, for a size that for a field this size?
No. And they're only the 45 foot headers we went for.
Yes.
Because they're not massive combines.
No.
So.
I think the capacity's 15.
Yeah, they've got
15,800,
but not massive combines. So
no.
We were a little bit conservative on the header size.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, and we even tested it, didn't we?
We did.
We were properly organised.
Far too often have I not tested and started, and it goes wrong, and you send up that harvest testing video that I did. I think both fields I ended up restarting at least twice. So the first time when I did the 40-foot headers, the carter wasn't up to the job.
Yeah.
Because I was using like a 30,000 litre grain cart and I could not keep up.
Okay.
And then when I started doing the 60-foot headers, the pipe was ridiculously too short. So I had to swap combines. But because I had wanted to use the same combine so that the variable was only the header, I had to download I think it was Sid Modding's X9.
Got you. Yeah.
And then edit it because it was less powerful and held less than the Fent that I was using.
Okay, with you. Yeah.
It
just all sounds like a faff.
Yeah, it was, and then I did 4 hours of harvesting to find out that actually it didn't make much difference. Because the problem was that the limiting factor was how quickly I could empty the combines.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of some sort of conclusion that if you don't have enough carting capacity, it doesn't matter how big your head is.
But yeah, you can't empty it quick enough. You're yeah.
I'm not sure where that combine's going.
It's going back to finish the first land.
Yep. Yeah.
What's it
Good
at?
point.
Should be able to tell because it should be going quicker than everything else.
20% full.
15%, yeah.
Charge. Not that it really matters because it's a tiny little bit that it's going to combine, but
excuse me.
definitely blaming the grain carts for getting a little bit skiddy on the front end. Not that I have a front end because I have tracks, but you know.
I know what you mean. Yeah, they're a little bit slippery. Where's that one going to go?
So that's going to go down there.
Okay.
The others should basically follow it.
Yeah, they should just drive that way, won't they?
Yeah. In fact, no, they won't even cut it. They'll just carry on over here. So.
Will they?
Because I did three per land.
Okay.
On the second one, I reduced it from the default because otherwise I think we would have got one land across the whole field.
Yes, probably a good idea actually. Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know where that thinks it's going. I think they're still going to drive the route.
Yeah, they'll come. I think 3 will have a little bit to harvest. 4 won't, but I don't think it's a problem.
Nah, should be fine. It'll be fine. As long as it doesn't wipe out the bin, we're all good.
I thought I was going to fill up really quickly, but it's slowed down a lot now.
Yeah, I think
we got a lot off the headland.
We did. I think we'll notice it more once they start doing the cut-ins.
Yeah.
These are just the piddly little bits at the minute, aren't they?
Once we get into the better bit of the field, we've got 140,000 litres so far.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I don't know, it is cutting into a new land.
Okay. Yeah, they're all going to follow the route, aren't they?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to follow it down and empty on the way back.
Yeah.
Seems sensible.
It does. I'm just checking that everything else is okay.
The other two look...
Yeah, they'll be fine. They've only got minuscule bits to do.
Yeah.
And they're all in order still.
Coursplay's got a lot better at that. Courseplay's got a lot better at running multiple vehicles.
I think as well, it's you have to get your head around, and I think that's where we struggled before when we were doing the corn. Which part of the route, you know, like your left 1, 2, it works out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if we were to put the course on now, there'd be a straight line down the middle.
It'd be running along the edge of the header on the combine that you're doing.
Yes. So yeah, so combine 2 is left 1, and combine 1, which is by disturbed over there, in the lead is combine left 2.
Yep.
And then we've got, I'm just spinning round. You've got right 1, and then
right 1
2.
is the one that's just turned into the field.
Yeah.
And right 2 is the last one.
It takes some. It doesn't take some thinking about it. Oh, header.
I think once you understand it, it's
yes,
okay.
Exactly.
It's understanding how it does the numbering is the bit that can be a bit tricky.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that the bit don't think I can show it with going in. When I created the course, I used the clipboard to copy it into kind of the paste function.
Yeah.
And then you can just copy it into each vehicle, which is, I don't remember if we had that in 19, but it means you don't have to save the course. You can just do it all as temporary.
Yes, yeah.
That's a lot quicker. I'm emptying my combine.
I'm on number 3 because you were just stalking. But yeah, they've got a reasonably quick unload as well, which is rather good.
Doing extra work. It's
I
rare.
know, get me.
Obviously not worked hard enough this week.
How rude. Ready next week. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I've got a training course on Tuesday, which runs from 8:15 until 5 p.m.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's like the induction email is like be there by 8:15 and do not expect to leave before 5 p.m.
Oh, at least they've prepared you for it then, I
Oh,
suppose.
great. So
Woohoo!
that should be a 2-day course, I think.
Yeah. Because after that long, you've properly switched off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I can't imagine anyone is going to be paying attention that deep into a course.
no, exactly.
Hello.
Hello.
It amazes me that this is nearly a 700 horsepower tractor, I think.
Yeah.
And once the grain cart gets full, it really struggles still to get moving.
I was just thinking. I can't remember how big this
That
front
was a lag
is,
spike.
but tractors.
Yeah.
It's 517. Yours is 646. So yeah, no wonder mine's struggling.
We could use the quad tracks, of course, but
We could, yeah. What needs emptying? I'm gonna go all the way down to.
yeah, I would jump to 2.
Right, work out which one's which.
We're doing a pretty good job of keeping them moving.
Yeah, we've had no stoppages, have we, so far?
No. I think, with what have we got? 160, 180 feet worth of header. 2 carters is plenty. It's more than enough.
We don't need to complicate things, do we?
No. And I think auto drive is the thing that's likely to slow you down on that kind of thing. Remember, we were trying to do it the other way and we were harvesting.
Yeah.
And we had auto drive doing this job. It definitely was a lot more us sitting waiting.
Oh yeah.
For auto drive to work out how to get to us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's what I was getting annoyed about earlier on. What was I on Saxthorpe? It would do it. I'd sit there. I was driving the combine. Ooh. And yeah, put the auger out, put the beacons on, all this sort of good stuff. Tractor would pull up alongside, and it would just drive on past.
Yeah, I've had that a lot. I've had that a lot with auto drive doing karting, and it's a shame because it's much more fun to drive the combine.
Yes.
But in terms of actually getting stuff done.
Yeah, I know. And that's in the end. I was like, I'm just gonna have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And it worked twice out of 5-6 attempts.
Yeah.
And I was even messing around in the settings of the setting within the harvester that says to, I forgot what it's called now, like unload, active unload or something like that, I think it is. But it didn't make any difference. Yeah. The only time I got it to work reasonably well was if I called the carter really early, so like 60%, and I could adjust my speed with the combine and keep it moving and empty that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the fact that it can do it at all is very, very clever. But the fact that it doesn't always work is really annoying.
I think the last time I used it to do, last time I tried to use it to do that job was doing silage on Saxthorpe.
Got ya.
And that was, I had moderate success. I think the problem I had was I spent a fair bit of time waiting for the swap over.
Yeah.
which one have you emptied recently?
The last one, number 4.
Okay. So I'll go do 3. 1 should be okay.
Yeah.
I think 2 is the next. Well, no, 3 definitely. Yeah, 2 I think is probably the next one to empty. Breaking the pattern.
I thought you were emptying, so I was trying to be helpful.
Rules help make it more fun.
There we go. 99% full. Job's a good one. So what are the capacities on these? 70 feet.
Tip it in the truck, that end.
Oh, yeah. There is truck.
On the corner of the field. Behind you.
That big red and black thing.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've forgotten about that one. Well done. Thank you.
Because the truck at the other end is pretty much full. So.
Super.
See if I can get a bit out of 2 before it cuts in. 1's just going to have to wing it.
I think I've just done 1, so that should be fine.
Cool. So you breaking the rules was actually useful.
I know it was.
I'll let you off.
Oh, thank you.
This must be the last land that they've got to cut into.
Yeah, and it's probably a slightly shorter one, I think.
Yeah, there's only 8 minutes.
Shape of the field.
8 minutes left of combining for the first one.
Wowzers. I think this is the only field we've got ready, though, isn't it?
The only other one I can think of is field 1. Nope, field 1's not ready. So yeah.
Marvellous. Nice, easy episode then before the real work kicks in.
Yeah, before it gets a bit more hectic. And then we might have to rely on auto drive to help.
Quite possibly, yes.
I don't know. Is there an auto drive guy network for Green Valley?
I don't actually know. I haven't looked. I would imagine there possibly is.
You would imagine there possibly might be, maybe.
Yeah.
Helpful.
I know. Which one's G? Let's see. I wish they showed the numbers.
I think it's the first. No, G is 3.
Okay.
Based on the time.
Okie dokie. We'll go with that one.
I'm shirking my responsibilities again and stalking number 1.
It's fine. Fine. What was I going to say? Have you seen the video for you here? The mod that was released today for Bunker Silo Worker.
No, you have not.
I think it's... I'm not quite sure.
Just loading up what hub?
It sounds like Bunker Silo mode, but not. It's just a tractor. So it's more bunker compactor rather than bunker leveler.
In the bunker silo, in approximately the direction you want it to go, press the higher key. And...
Oh yeah, I didn't.
So it's basically a script to get it to drive backwards and forwards in the bunker.
Correct. Yes, apparently it shifts over as well, but won't deal with lumps and bumps very well.
And you can't use compactors and levelers
at the moment. Yeah.
Just use courseplay silo mode.
Well, yeah, we'll do them. There we go.
It'd be interesting if it works better than the courseplay one. It'd be interesting how it interacts with courseplay.
Yeah, because it does say that you can continue to tip in the bunker and it will detect and stop, which, yeah. I think, the courseplay one, I think you're the same. You've had mixed results with it, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the space of the yard.
It does.
A lot of it. Oh, we've got lights on. Whoa.
Combine 4, it's one of yours.
Oh, right. Right, that's how it is it?
One of yours, I'm just saying,
Caught it
just
just in
saying.
time.
The only one that's got that full.
It is. Still didn't
Now,
get any
some
cab
might say
corn.
that's some might say that's because I didn't help and look after it while you were unloading, but they would be wrong.
How dare they say such a thing? Yeah.
Exactly, they would just be wrong.
Whatevs.
This is not a democracy, so
Yeah. Yeah.
that's an interesting one actually. There's a guy that I watch who plays Timberborn,
Yeah.
and he talks about the difference between Let's Play and Watch Me Play.
Yeah.
So he takes in a lot of feedback from people.
Right.
Um,
Oh, I see the
Rather than,
difference. Yeah.
yeah. So rather than, you know, you just
What should
videoing
I
you play.
plant in this field?
Yeah.
This is it. That's the let's play
Yeah. Yeah.
versus
You
what?
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite an interesting philosophy. And to be fair, he gets a lot of very good advice from
Mm.
very good players, so it sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting philosophy. So I've been watching a few different. Nice crash there.
Skidded. Yeah.
Been watching a few different YouTubers lately, and it's kind of interesting seeing how different people do different things. So,
Yes. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. I don't think
um,
I haven't really ventured out of my comfort zone really with
I've kind of ventured
much
quite a
lately.
long way out with. I've been watching a guy who does a lot of furniture making.
Oh, okay.
Um, you doing like lots of epoxy resin and stuff, and
That stuff's quite cool.
yeah, it looks really cool. Weirdly, I didn't realize. I just started. YouTube recommended him, and I just started watching him, and it's like this guy's quite cool.
Mm.
And it wasn't until afterwards that I found out he's an ex American football player.
Oh,
So this is kind of, I guess, his retirement.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, he makes really cool stuff, and it was quite funny. I didn't watch the video that's sort of started it, but he made a video about some old woodworking tool and called it like the most dangerous tool in existence.
Mm. I thought
There's
that was you.
no, thank you.
Oh dear, so
Um,
funny.
you are. It's got an avid fan base, and they just jumped all over. It's like you're a fool. You don't know what you're doing. You're the most dangerous tool in the world. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was quite interesting seeing how he dealt with it.
I did you have? Well, no. Let's start that again. Have you heard of a bloke called Jody Scheckter?
No.
He's an ex-Formula One driver who has a farm.
Okay.
Very randomly was watching. Is it James Martin, the cook that's got the car
Yeah.
collection, and he got him on it because they do buffalo mozzarella.
Yeah.
So funny enough, they've got a lot of buffalo. But I was thinking,
Yeah.
there's Clarkson. I'm really struggling with. There we
My
go.
number one is done.
So there's Clarkson who has obviously an interest in cars, who farms.
Mm.
There's Harry's farm and Harry's garage, or garage,
Yep.
depending on how posh you speaks. And then there's another ex-F1 driver that has got a farm as well, and you think, is there a pattern?
Is the connection that farming's really cool?
Well, I think so. Must be.
Because you've got what's his name, Nigel Owens, the rugby referee, but
Yeah.
ex-rugby referee, who's got a farm.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's
I
got
didn't know
a
that.
dairy farm.
Oh.
So is it just that farming's really cool, and if you've got
Yeah,
loads
yeah.
of money,
You can actually afford to do it.
you you can afford to have like a hobby farm.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when you retire from your real job, you do that.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of, in a way, Ben Clarkson doesn't do a lot of other stuff these days, does he?
No.
So he's kind of retired to farming.
Yeah, yeah.
It feels like, because they don't do the Grand Tour that often anymore, do they?
No, you're talking
So they do like a special or two a
one
year
or
now,
two a
don't they?
year,
And other than his journalism stuff, there's not a lot else he does, and he does a pretty good job of trying to keep himself out of journalism.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So, should I bring the other truck up?
You can.
Because we're going to need somewhere to put some crops.
We are indeed.
That, apart from the start that didn't happen,
The start that nobody saw. Yeah, yeah.
that went surprisingly well.
It did. It behaved itself.
This bodes well for the future when we have 2 fields being harvested at once.
Yeah.
And 8 combines.
Of 8 combines, you can only do 6, of course, play.
Yeah, but you could have 4 per field.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Marking.
You're limiting your, you've got to think more creatively.
I have. Yeah.
You might only be able to have 6 on a single course.
But there's nothing to say that you couldn't have every field being done
Yep.
at once. Yeah.
Yep. Let's make your computer really cry.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
That's right.
210,000 in there. I've got another 60,000 litres in here.
Nice. Are all the combines empty now?
They are, and they're all lined up really nicely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, hint, hint.
Just
Don't domino effect them and knock them out. Knock them all over the shop.
just like that, yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Just like that.
Oh, dear.
I think I've done it.
Oh,
I think I've done
days.
a brilliant job. You're welcome. Where do I need to park this?
I'm going to tell you where to stick that in a minute. And the tip: the sun does not shine there. Oh dear. I don't know. I ain't got that far yet. We need to reline the combines up.
So like Birmingham.
The sun doesn't shine. Yeah, looks out the window. Oh, that truck moved then. That was weird. You know, like when you sat in a car.
Yeah, it did. It did move because someone pressed the accelerator.
Yeah.
So we've got 204
and 216,
210.
Yeah, all right.
So 416.
Yep. No.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Not a bad day's work.
Not a bad
or
day's
morning's work.
Sir. I know. Yeah. Took 38 minutes.
I can't believe how you've left that combine parked. It's embarrassing. Be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, I've got in the wrong one.
Yeah, I only lightly grazed number 3.
Oh dear, that looks sort of parallel.
But I think we should just leave you to have fun and
we'll
see everyone next week.
I'll get on with this. Yes, I'm genuinely surprised that went so well.
Yeah, it does bode well for, because that's pretty. Well, I say actually it's one of our smallest fields, but it does bode well for the future.
It does, 1, 2, indeed, 3, 4,
mate. 5 more to go.
Yeah. What? That's at least what? 5 episodes.
Well, I would try it a bit quicker, but
yeah, we'll get more combines. We got the cash.
Because we've got two cornfields.
Yeah, they're going to take some time.
And it depends if we the big soybean field, we could maybe do 6 combines.
Yeah.
Max out course play.
That could be a good idea, actually. I think it's worked quite well
Oh, you can only go to 5.
Is it 5?
Yeah, you can only go to 5.
Oh, I could have sworn it was 6.
So,
Oh no, it is 5. You're right.
But we could get creative. You can get creative.
Yeah. Have you been and tipped yet?
Have I? No,
Okay.
because I was going to do that afterwards.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, that's there. Where are you?
I'm in my awesome tractor. If I can get around the Essex boy tractor. Because you can't write Essex in game.
No, because it says a rude word.
It does. It says Essex.
Yeah. Ah, cool. Well,
oh.
Pleasantly surprised. I've got no words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Until next time, Batman.
Yeah. Bye.
Take it easy, mate. Bye.